Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue to take a look at the scenario where civilization starts over. So it's been a while, but finally time has come. Time to time to take a look at this wonderful scenario that we always yeah. So let's get into it. In the last episode we saw the conclusion of the War of the Sailors, and it was a pretty huge episode with a lot of stuff happening. And we saw also the beginning of the Age of Empires. And today we're going to take a look at the first years of this age. We're currently probably in the 10th century, 11th century, so it's still pretty early, maybe even the 1900s. But the world is, yeah, probably the 600. I don't know. You guys make up a timeline. For bigger events, I will probably provide to you guys the year, but for these events, I don't really know. Right. So what will happen is that we will go here to the Russian Union. So one of you doesn't like the Russian Union. Well, you're going to be happy today because this thing is gonna collapse. Yeah, it was a temporary thing just to sign peace and to not get destroyed by these major powers. But now that the war is over, yeah. So as we can see, we see that the Russian Union split up. We see this brown country coming back, this red country coming back, this dark purple country coming back, and this country which kind of gave the color to the Russian Union. Yeah, they came back too. And hold up, guys. Alright, here, so as I was saying, but actually, there is, you guys see the skin Russian team, yeah, they became pretty angry, like the king of this country, actually, like the Russian Union, and now they turned into a dictatorship and basically wants to make the Russian Union survive, while some people of the country, of the counties that he conquered, are going to rebel. So civil war time. So we see in this eastern area there is going to be a rebellion against the dictatorship, and the civil war will begin with basically having, like, no one will help the dictator because everybody are broke after this. Russia is in struggle. Skin Russian team has most of the population and some of the resources. He will try to push back. I will not use occupation forces, I'm too lazy for that this time, sorry guys. But yeah, we'll see that them will march and completely conquer this whole area. Well, the rebellion war to have some success here, and it's basically, since both are destroyed, but the faraway area is actually a bit less destroyed in the skin. So the dictator is going to be defeated. Also because we're going to see the Ladoga Lake country intervene. Actually going, yeah, the occupation forces, they're jumping. There's also the puppet state of Archangel Skizel jumping this. And the dictator gets probably burned to fire, thrown into fire, and yeah, guys, not a very nice thing. YouTube did not ban me for this. I do not approve these actions. And here we go. Is now we can take a look at the peace treaty. Alright, so this is the peace treaty. We can see that we got why can I not speak? We have the Ladoga Lake country annexing a bunch of province out of the kingdom, which does still exist, but it doesn't have a dictator anymore. They're back into being an absolute monarchy. The pink country is back, and it might be the first form of kind of democracy. Well, it's not exactly that, but it's kind of a fair country in the puppet state of Archangel's Kiss, getting into a province, and it now looks like Benin. Also, we're going to see some expansion because these countries are they use some of the money they're left to do this, and then they rebuild. To, and yeah, it's there's not much exploration happening because the economy is kind of destroyed slightly, just a bit. But now we're heading over to Lime, Belgium, because they gained a lot of land. They became the strongest country in the entire world. But now there will be some consequences because rolling over all of these lands is kind of making the country unstable, and they do not have the money to keep all of this. Well, they will give Northern Ireland to Ireland, and this is kind of okay move. The two countries were already on good terms, so yeah, it does help a little bit to keep the British Isles for longer, but they will have to give away Scotland. What? Hold up, yeah, I think I wasn't recording. Yeah, Scotland became independent. I've already said that and I haven't looked. I'm sorry, guys. What the hell is going on? Bro. The voices don't want me to continue. Well, now Normandy is getting independence. So this is what will happen. We'll see that Normandy will gain independence. And now they cannot even control the British Isles that good. So we got independent Wales, chat. Independent Wales. And now things are going a bit better. But okay, so this is kind of the last breakaway. We see this weird Cornwall country popping up, and they're actually a highly religious country. Like they've got a brand new religion and they want to spread it out. And yeah, it's basically a theocratic state, and Europe doesn't see it very well. Also, we're going to see Oslo helping out Land Belgium because Oslo, yeah, they did annex land, but they had a good economy, and they're probably one of the big countries that recovered the most. So they're helping their allies into rebuilding. This is why Line Belgium only had to give up some of the British Isles. The Balearic Empire is still doing well because, well, they're all kind of unstable, but the Emperor is basically kind of a dictator. Well, yeah, he ain't giving the power, he's a strong man, and he's not facing a coalition. How is Brown France doing? Actually, not very good, but they still are alive. Then we'll go over here because we see that Denmark has now officially recovered and they want to do a holy thing. Okay, so guys, I forgot to make the thumbnail. I have made the thumbnail, and now we can go back here because you're going on to a quest, and that quest is to claim the Holy Land. Basically, so basically Denmark wants to do a crusade to kind of conquer the Holy Land and destroy Malmo once and for all. Well, they won't be alone because the Baltics do agree into making this decision. But the Baltics still have kind to recover after the war, so it will take a while. But yeah, after they recover a bit better, they will immediately start militarizing the population again because an interesting thing is about to happen. And with that, we see that the Crusade of Malmo is starting. So we see some Danish troops landing into here and basically also making a kind of a naval blockade. But their navy is now way better than the one of Malmo. Malmo is basically left alone, no one is really helping them, they're kind of cooked. So their capital is getting taken like really easily. Yeah, it's not going very well. Oslo diplomatically supports this. They're not sending that much shade, but they do support this. And then after this we will see that Baltic troops are landing here. Yeah, because they have recovered from the war and all, and they also started the militarization. And let's just say that Momo's dead. Yeah. But now let's take a look at this wonderful peace treaty. Yeah. So we see that the Baltics annexed a lot of land, well, a small part of land, and they became even more strong. We see that this island has gained the independence, because why not? They're cool. And Denmark is helping this island into becoming a good country. We see that the capital of Malmo has been annexed into Denmark. And we see that the Baltics are occupying what's left of the Red Sea. Yeah, guys, 13 episodes in, the first country of the world is dead. Yeah, they had a good history, which is not over yet because they can still get released, but it will take a while. Well, since it was like a month, it was like a month of me not making a wicso episode, I'm going to make this one a little longer than intended, just for you guys. So, how is Germany doing? Oh, they have to give up some land to Poland because Poland is actually being supported by a foreign power, and they're now strong. Peak. And yeah, all of the losing powers are in bitter crisis. Athens is thriving. Like, they're absolutely doing good. They have already recovered. They're the most stable country of the Mediterranean. Egypt kind of still has some troubles, so they stopped expanding. Well, this Pyrenesia country, which has become Galicia, they had time to rebuild and to conquer some land. To, yeah. How is Naples doing? Not good. Like, not good. There's going to be a revolution. There's going. Now Naples is becoming an oligarchy. We will see the mainland and Sicily for now, so two oligarchs which share the country. But then they had the third one for Rome. So yeah, but now actually we see that Belarus is expanding. Belarus has recovered pretty well and they're still becoming big. They will expand and they will expand. And they're already thinking about invading some of the smaller countries again. But we will have to see if they will have the chance. They will also stabilize because they're massive. Crimea's kind of recovered. Caspia's discovered all of this land, which is fake. Also, this has been discovered. Like, they have made a pretty good exploration campaign. This is fake. Now we will see that in Asia, they explored a lot. They have not been affected by the war. They do not even know that Europe exists. Like, they think there's nothing here, basically. They think they are alone. So they are expanding. This has been discovered, but we will directly annex it to not waste time. We'll see that the Philippines are becoming a little bit bigger, and now the entirety of the Sakhalin Island and all of this has been discovered, and also the tip of Siberia peak. But now, how's China doing? Like the old government. The new government is doing pretty good. The old government is kind of surviving. Sure, they still have some trouble, but they're getting better. They might save themselves. They're now going to do. They're not going to do this, which is a pretty decent expansion campaign. Oh, the borders, though. It does look better now. Here we go. Well, there's not a country here, but we'll probably see some explorers. We got some explorers going down and forming. Laos. Yes, guys, this is going to be Laos. The capital will be in Laos. And finally, new country in Asia. How is Hokkaido doing? They're doing good. Well, I guess that might be it. We didn't make exploration that much. We talked about how the world is going post war. But there are probably some expansions over here and also this. Also, sorry for any inconveniences in this video. I'm kind of sick, but still recording because you guys deserve a video today. Oh yeah, the Greek puppet country, which is basically Montenegro. Yeah, they're expanding. They're cool. Hold up, I think there is like a dark blue country near. Okay guys, now you can see them better. It looked like they were sank into the ocean. Yeah, you can sink counter into the ocean. So we will see that this lake will finally be discovered by the Greeks. Wait, no, Athens. because they're a bit different than the Greeks. So I guess let's say Italians really have enough ideas of what to do. Oh yeah, let's some other things. Oslo focusing on discovery and stuff because they want a kind of Cold War, but not Cold War. They won. That's it. They have destroyed a rival, which is now being converted into basically a puppet state. So they'll go on exploring and researching, and Iceland will be discovered. Not all of it though. And then they will go over north here, and this is it. So the word discovery hasn't been that much. The known, oh yeah, this kind of weird African country, they're splitting up. They were the kind of weird anarchist state. Yeah, one of the main leaders of this decided to leave the country, and now we have Sudan and southern Libya because Libya already exists. So yeah, peak. Actually, you see Carthage. I keep saying this will be the final event, but don't have any clue of when will be. The Balearic Empire will stabilize. They will not expand. Look at this peak exploration in Africa. So I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching and see you into the next video, which is going to be very interesting.